Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at my Shundo Mewtwo, which I got from Go Battle League last season, I think, when it was like in there. Was surprised that I only can get legendaries that are actually in the reward pool there. And we're going to take a look at one with 2 legacy moves because, yeah, I spent 2 elite TMs for that thing. And I kind of want to try out how Shadow Ball gonna be on this thing, as Shadow Ball was basically the main move that you wanted to have for the first few seasons. A lot of people used the elite TMs immediately on that thing, just to have Psy Strike and Shadow Ball, and we kind of wanted to see here how this is gonna go. And in general, here we have the Dialga against us, which I later on gonna play differently a bit. Here I just tried to farm down with my own Dialga, which was okay. We still have a move start with our own Mewtwo, and we have 1 shield down. My opponent also uses Shadow Ball there, so maybe that's another team that you could use with a Shadow Ball Mewtwo, if you have one already. But today we're gonna want to take a look at if it's worth it, basically, to invest so much, in general, like so many elite TMs onto a single Pokemon there, and yeah, if Shadow Ball is still worth it in the current meta. And yeah, I definitely have to say that we're using 1 elite TM is definitely worth it in the move of Psy Strike, but Shadow Ball is like hit or miss. It's really interesting. I mean, it's kind of neutral. It kind of forces you to play Mewtwo in the lead, because usually you have like something like Melmetal, or not Melmetal, Yveltal in the back, close, nearly the same name, and Yveltal basically completely walls you if you have Psycho Cut, Psy Strike, and the Shadow Ball. There's literally nothing you can do really against the thing then. Even if you have Focus Blast, you're better off against that. And yeah, here again is a nice thing about this, being Lugia kind of doesn't really want to see some Shadow Balls here, and he has a shield here even, which is pretty decent, as we can now go into our Dialga. We don't even have to shield the Arrow Blast here, as we're gonna take this, even though it's, yeah, I mean, it's resisted, but this thing just hurts like hell. I'm also definitely gonna make a video about Lugia in Master League, as I finally built one, and I kinda want to try it out, of course. And there's most likely gonna be the video for Wednesday. Gonna be a bit tough for this week in terms of content, because I have no idea really what I want to use still. I think I kind of want to make a video on Ho-Oh still. Most likely for the C-Day, I'm gonna ask for my friend list. Like, if you're already on my friend list, like I have 400 people there, a lot of them are from my community. I'm most likely gonna look for Ultra League battles during the C-Day. So if you want to invite me there, like if I get to like 10, 12 battles there, I would appreciate that, as I'm going to try to get some games in with the XL Shadow Ball Dusknoir, because or Great League I have to see it still, but I think Great League is coming back soon, so I'm most likely just going to give them an own video there, or I like go for the Halloween Cup for the Great League Dusknoir, but I kind of want to get out the Ultra League version for that thing, as I think that's a bit more interesting right now, and you cannot really test it out anyway, and I'm not really, I don't know. Tomorrow we're gonna have a video about the Little Cup again. We have a cool team which I used, which is gonna be also very interesting, but I think like I haven't recorded the audio for that yet. I have only the video basically done. Other than that, it's most likely gonna be some talk about Little Cups in general, and how I like them in the first week and don't like them in the second week. So most likely I'm gonna focus more on Masters for the second week, and yeah, most likely on, I don't know when the C-Day even is. I think it's the 8th of this month, which is gonna be, no, this is the 9th, so it's Saturday, which is actually good for me. So if you're on my friend list and you want to get into the video already, then maybe try to invite me on the Saturday when I'm gonna post my tweet. I'm not gonna look before I post the tweet, I'm just gonna post a tweet and say that I want to do some Ultra League battles, and you can invite me if you're on my friend list. Other than that, here we have the Dialga winning with 1 HP in a Dream. This is most likely going to be a short in the evening as well, because like 1 HP in a Dream, hello. But yeah, the cool thing actually about Shadow Ball Psy Strike is, yeah, okay, you cannot nuke the Dialga in the lead thing, but what he can do is basically bait him if he does not shield here. It is fine, because he can go for Shadow Ball 1 turn after when you go to 99 energy, and no one shields this. Like, no one ever shielded that against me, and basically when switch, I lead there in general, and my opponent goes into Kyogre. I can now align that against my own Dialga and can get a shield here anyway, which is beautiful. I should have counted the moves here. But I thought there's most likely a Blizzard, so I think I'm gonna shield. Yeah, shielded correctly. And he goes into the Zacian, and I think I kind of misplayed that. I should have swapped out immediately. Now he shields. I'm gonna swap out a bit too late. I wanted to catch up with close combat, didn't work out. And now we're not in a good spot here, sadly, as we have to go for the play rough here. The play rough gonna put him below half health, but he gonna get to the next move before me, sadly. Yeah, I went for the, if I could have got to the close combat there, we would have been fine, but we're actually one turn away from our Iron Head there. That's super unlucky. It's definitely a game I could have won and should have won most likely, but yeah, kinda sad. But good game to my opponent, well played on his part, like he didn't give me any room basically. And here we have a Lugia against us. Don't really want to reveal the move immediately. I know that this was a bit too quick for an Arrow Blast, so I'm just gonna let it go. He goes into Groudon, which has the Dragon Tail move, which I also kind of want to try out, I think. Because I think it's an interesting update now. Like Mudshot Groudon is something you know for years now, but you don't really know the Dragon Tail version, even though it's also out like for 2 seasons now. I wish for the next season, or maybe even mid-season, that you get some more move updates, because right now it's a bit stale. Like basically we are the same meta as last season, which I really dislike. But I'm actually hyped for the second part of the season, even though I'm legendary already and I don't really have to care about Elo or anything like this. The cups we're gonna get are like super fun, super enjoyable in my opinion. As we get a lot of non-XL cups again, which is like so much better than those XL tryhard cups. I just love them so much more. Even though I have like most of the XLs, I am not the person that really likes XLs, so yeah. I think they are all a bit lame, to be honest. Here we can go for the Side Strike, he can go for the Charge move. We still have 1 move stored on our Zacian, and that's gonna be a good game to my opponent. We actually have 2 moves stored even, so even if we had a shield here, we would have won this game. And yeah, well played there. Next up, we have Mewtwo against Dialga. In general, with this team, like talking about the team as like if you want to use it or not. I know that other people got legend with that. I saw it like several times on Twitter, especially on the Japanese community. But to be honest, I don't know. It's neutral. Like I didn't lose. I think I played I think 4 sets to this team and went around 12 and 8 or something. But like not crazy good, to be honest. Like really not crazy good. It's not like my Zero team where I went 19-1 or anything similar to that. So this team definitely has some flaws. This team is definitely not like perfectly fine, but most likely you also have to learn most of the matchups, because yeah, I'm not used to playing this team, of course, because I haven't played that before, and it's always like the better thing to keep on team, go for it for a longer period of time, and then see how it goes. My opponent goes into the Giratina here now. And I'm kinda in a bad spot, as I need to be close to an Iron Head for the Mewtwo. I have to go for the Iron Head here and hope that this KOs, and it barely doesn't, and that's gonna be a good game. Very well played by my opponent, and yeah. Next up, we're gonna have Mewtwo against Zacian. Actually a really neutral matchup, I think, and with lag it's even better. I don't know if we lost moves or if he got extra moves, and he got an extra Snow in here, which was kind of unlucky and annoying. I just go into my own Zacian, let it go. I think he goes for a Wild Charge, yeah. So this basically tells me, yeah, okay, if I had a Giratina, I could have countered him, but sadly I don't. But I can get to 2 close combats here, which is really nice. He goes for another move here, and I can have 2 shield advantage here. And I'm gonna go to my Mewtwo, hopefully. Yeah, and he goes into Giratina, I go for a Shadow Ball and can farm down now with my Dialga, and it looks pretty decent. But it isn't the game that I still screw up. There was like 1 game which I really nearly screwed up there. But I don't think there's anything that can win against me now anymore. I can shield here and I should be okay. I can just shield maybe in twice. No, I don't even have to. Yeah, it's just, look at this, please. Look at this. We have just the nice Draco Meteor here. I'm gonna KO this thing, and this is gonna be a good game. Next up we have Mewtwo against the Giratina again. We can go for some Snarl. We stop out there, yeah. I mean, we have the Shadow Ball for the Giratina, but I'd rather have that in the back when we maybe already got some damage from like Snarl or the Dragon Breath on the Giratina, as 1 Shadow Ball doesn't KO this Giratina, not even close. So we kind of need some, I don't know, like 20% chip damage, so we can KO that thing, which we didn't really have there, so Here we have Daishin against us. We can go for the play rough. He gets the extra move in, which is kind of unlucky. He does not shield, which is okay for us then. And he goes in Giratina, and I just going to swap out there. We have some nice, beautiful lag here, which is kind of annoying. He goes for the bait, which is nice. He goes for the Mewtwo, which is not nice. And now we're kind of in a bad spot. I just let this go because I know, okay, I can get him debuffed, which is maybe even better for me. If I shield a potential rock slide, that would be worse. And I can just let him throw some moves here and go to 99 energy and try to go for the Shadow Ball. I definitely have to farm up a lot of extra energy. He goes into the Giratina, which is beautiful for me, as I should be able to go for 2 side strikes in time. And now he has to throw, like he has to do something at least, but I can just swap out. He just surrenders, and that's gonna be a good game. I still had a shield, I still had 2 Pokemon basically against this guy. Like, why? Gardevoir is usually so bad, I think, in the current meta, but against my team it's broken. It's really, really good. It's very, really good. And yeah, my opponent's team is... If I threw there one more turn before that, I would have been in a way better spot, but hey, of course he catches perfectly on the wrong turn. It is fine. We can go for a play rough and KO this thing. He has a Giratina in the back, and I thought maybe we have a chance here still. Go into my Dialga. But Dialga against Giratina is actually not the best matchup, even though we have like 700 more CP. This Giratina is like so bulky. I can go for 1 move here. I have to hope that I can KO my opponent with the Psy Strike, which works out pretty well. And I have to get to another Psy Strike here, otherwise I'm screwed. I'm screwed. There's nothing really I can do here. He gets to the next move in time. This thing is just way too spammy. And yeah, good game there. Double Charm. I mean, I don't know if that's really a good game. It's kind of not the team I really like to see. Doesn't matter which Pokemon I'm gonna use. Like, I'm not a fan of Double Charm. Not really mine. Here we can go for 1 Psy Strike. We actually get the extra quick move in there, which is beautiful. And we can go for a Psy Strike here, hoping that we get a shield. Because why would we stay in otherwise? We go into our Zacian now. I think we put him basically into a farm down range. Goes for the Iron Head. I survive one, which I know. I can go for the close combo, which should barely KO. Oh no, we can perfectly farm him down. And we have a boost out. He goes into his own Zacian, which was then not the best play to throw the close combo, because I think I would have easily got to the play rough. But we can go into the Dialga, shield once. He goes to the close combat, he goes back into the Kyogre. Should be able to KO him in time. Oh no. Okay, it's a Surf. Yeah, okay, never mind. I think I counted. I was like, isn't that a Blizzard or something? We actually lose this game, but it was just a Surf. We can go for 2 Iron Heads. Yeah, okay, my opponent just surrenders in a good game. Against Mewtwo, it's basically similar to the Dialga matchup. What you can do now is basically go for 1 Psy Strike, and then he's in range for the Shadow Ball already, which is pretty decent. And my opponent actually shields here, which I definitely take. And he goes for a Rock Slide. I can go for another Psy Strike. He's gonna no shield this time around, and we can go for the Shadow Ball. And this would KO him. But he didn't expect me to have Shadow Ball, so goodbye Mewtwo, and this is a pretty decent spot for us. My opponent goes into Lugia. I actually really like that I swapped out there, as if I shield the Aeroblast now, I'm in such a good spot. I already put him basically below half health here. He goes the Aeroblast, and we can just overfarm a lot. We can KO him in this matchup. He can only go really for a Sky Tech, I think, at this time. I don't think he gets to an Aeroblast anymore, so we can let this go. And this should be a very good game. He goes into the Togekiss. I actually saw him getting a Charm through. I'm going to transfer that on my Mewtwo. I'm going to go back into my Zacian because I need the shield gun for the Dialga to get the Iron Head off. And yeah, we barely get to the play rough, he shields, and now we can go for 1 Iron Head, and we should be able to win this match. If I didn't transfer the Charm there, we most likely would have lost this match actually, because Togekiss is very strong. And yeah, go for the Iron Head here. And we can just farm down the Lugia, and that's a good game. I think into the last match now, we're gonna have Dialga against us. Again, haven't had that at all. And yeah, this is the game which is how Go Battle League sometimes is. Sometimes you just have people that are AFK against you. Sometimes I don't know what actually happened there, if you like started later or whatever. But yeah, this is basically now a game where you can say thanks for watching, because this is like not really something that shows anything. It does not show anything, of course. Sorry to my opponent there, but I'm not gonna wait. Like for me it's just a waste of time. People don't wait for me, so why would I wait for someone else who I don't know and don't do anything about that? I'm sorry, Go Battle League is just not really competitive. Yeah, really nice catch there from my opponent there, but doesn't really matter. For me at least it's not, so I'm not really have to wait. It's not basically tournament style where there are actually rules and people look over that and then give like you a rematch. I would take that all day, but it is not. People take advantage of stuff like this, and I think that's okay. We're gonna be able to win this game. But as I said, I would not really recommend you putting Shadow Ball onto Mewtwo anymore. Go for the Focus Blast or the Ice Beam.